Leading the New York Yankees, the most famous baseball team in the world, is an honor for any sportsperson. Aaron Judge is now in an elite group of those leaders after becoming the Yankees captain recently. When Hal Steinbrenner officially announced Judge's new 9-year, $360 million contract, he also anointed Judge as the team's 16th captain and the first after 2014. Since pitcher Clark Griffith became the first Yankees captain, there are 16 men who have this honor. Here are they. Clark Griffith, 1903 to 1905. Griffith was the first Yankees captain when they were called the New York Highlanders. The pitcher held that title until 1905 as a player-manager. Then captains were in charge of running the team on the field. The Old Fox played for 5 years and had a 2.66 ERA. In 5+ seasons as a manager, he led his team to a 419 to 370 record. Norman "Kid" Elberfeld, 1906 to 1907. From 1906 to 1908, shortstop Elberfeld was the Yankees captain. After Griffith was fired, he finished the 1908 season as the team's captain and manager. Over 7 seasons, the infielder hit 268 with 4 home runs and 257 RBIs. Willie Keeler, 1909. In 1909, Keeler was the Yankees captain. It was the last of his 7 years with the team. The outfielder hit 294 for the team and had 10 home runs and 206 RBIs. Hal Chase, 1910 to 1912. Chase became the Yankees captain in 1910. He was also the team's manager during those years. He played first base most of the time for the Yankees and hit 284 with 20 home runs and 494 RBIs. Frank Chance, 1913. Chance joined the team in 1913 and became the Yankees captain until the middle of that season. The first baseman was also the team's manager for 2 years. As a player, he played in 13 games and had a record of 117 to 168. Roger Peckinpah, 1914 to 1921. In 1914, the shortstop became the Yankees captain, a job he kept for 7 years. He played for the team for 9 years and hit 257 runs, 36 home runs, and 428 runs batted in. He was also the team's manager for the rest of the 1914 season. Babe Ruth, 1922. Babe Ruth became the team's 8th Yankees captain at the beginning of 1922, but he only held that position for about 2 months. The Bambino became one of the most famous athletes of all time. He hit 714 home runs in his career, 659 of which were for the Yankees. Everett Scott, 1922 to 1925. He took over the captain's mantle from Babe Ruth, who was the captain only for 2 months. The shortstop had a 249 average in 1,654 games. He led the Yankees to their first World Series win in 1923. Lou Gehrig, 1935 to 1939. The legend was the Yankees captain from 1935 to 1939, when he had to quit because of ALS. The Iron Horse played 2,130 games in a row, which was a record until Cal Ripken beat it in 1995. The 2-time MVP and first baseman hit 340 with 493 home runs and 1,995 RBIs over 17 years. His No. 4 was the first number in team history to be taken out of use. Gehrig led the Yankees to 3 back-to-back World Series titles in 1936, 1937, and 1938 as the team's captain. Thurman Munson, 1976 to 1979. When Munson became the Yankees captain in 1976, the team had not had a captain for 37 years. The catcher carried the team well and himself won the AL MVP award. He was captain until a plane crash in 1979 took his life. In 11 seasons as the team's catcher, Munson hit 292 with 113 home runs and 701 RBIs. Under his captainship, the Yankees broke the 15-year title drought and won 2 back-to-back World Series in 1977 and 1978. Graig Nettles, 1982 to 1984. Nettles became the Yankees captain in 1982 and stayed in that position for 2 years before being traded to the Padres. The 6-time All-Star played for the Yankees for 11 years, during which he hit 250 home runs and drove in 834 runs. Willie Randolph, 1986 to 1988. From 1986 to 1988, Randolph was the Yankees captain for 2 years. The 6-time All-Star led the Yankees to the World Series. He played at the second base for the Yankees for 13 years and hit 275 with 48 home runs, 549 RBIs, and 251 stolen bases. During Randolph's time as captain, the job was shared. Ron Guidry, 1986 to 1989. Gator was the co-captain along with Randolph. He was the Yankees captain until 1989, when he retired. During his 14 years with the Yankees, Guidry led the Yankees to 2 championships and became the ALCY Young Player of the Year in 1978. He had a career ERA of 3.29 and struck out 1,778 batters. Don Mattingly, 1991 to 1995. He was the Yankees captain from 1991 to 1995. An AL MVP, Mattingly hit 222 home runs, 442 doubles, and 1,099 RBIs over the course of 14 years. Derek Jeter, 2003 to 2014. Derek Jeter was the Yankees captain for the longest tenure. He was captain from 2003 until his retirement in 2014. Fans called him the captain for his impeccable leadership. He was also known as Mr. November for his postseason exploits and Captain Clutch thanks to his clutch hitter fame. Jeter was instrumental in the Yankees' 5 World Series wins and his leaderships, as the captain helped them win it in 2009. He was an All-Star 14 times and is in the Hall of Fame. Aaron Judge, 2023 onward. Judge was named the Yankees captain after a dramatic free agency process that saw the Giants and the Padres enticing him with big money offers. But he ended up staying in the Bronx for a $360 million and 9-year deal. Judge's selection as the Yankees captain in 2023 was a foregone conclusion after he hit 62 home runs in 2022, breaking Roger Maris AL and team records of 61 home runs.